Hello, my name's Tyler Dodd, and for my video project, I'm going to be focusing on compounding interest. So first of all, what I thought would be important is the formula. I wrote A equals P, open parentheses, 1 plus R divided by N, close parentheses, to the N times T power. Now, on the surface, this is all just a bunch of mumbled letters and numbers, but with this handy key that I made, it actually makes a lot of sense. So, P is the principal value or the initial amount. So right here, P is the initial amount. R is the annual interest rate in decimal form. That's very important to note that it has to be in decimal form. That's found right there in the equation. T is the time in years, also another thing to be very cognizant of, and that is found right over here. N is the number of times that interest is compounded per year, and that's found twice in the equation, one in the powers location and one being where it divides R. So I went ahead and solved one of these past Regents questions that had to deal with compound interest, and I'm just going to walk us through it. So the question reads, you deposit $9,000 in an account that pays 1.46% annual interest. Find the balance after 3 years when the interest is compounded quarterly. So, first, what I like to do is rewrite the formula, so you can see that this formula is verbatim to that, just so that when I'm in my working space, I know exactly where I need to be plugging things in, and I don't have to keep looking up and down, maybe if it's on a reference table or something, just my own little personal tidbit. So, first of all, we're going to go through and pluck information from the word question and put it into the formula and rewrite it. So, we're looking for P, which is the initial amount, as we see over there in the key. So you deposit $9,000 in an account that pays that, blah, blah, blah. So we know that $9,000 is our initial fee. Put that there. Open the parentheses. 1 is a constant and will always be 1 in this location. So now you're going to be adding the rate, which is 1.46, but that's not it in decimal form. You're going to need to move the decimal 2 places to the left to end up with 0.0146 as your interest rate rather. Next, we're looking at N, which is the number of times per year that interest is compounded. And this is where it can get a little tricky and you may misread or overread. It is compounded quarterly. So what quarterly means is that it is compounded 4 times per year. Think of it as if it were literal quarters. There are 4 quarters in a dollar. 4 quarters make up 1 whole. 4 quarters make up 1 year. So it's compounded 4 times per year. Close the parentheses. You're going to literally take this N value and put it right back up here because as we can see here and here, N is again in the equation. Now you're going to be timesing it by T, which is the number of years, and you can see that T is right here because that is the amount of time it is in years, 3 years. So we don't have to change anything from months to years or anything like that because it's already in years. So you go ahead and you plug all that into your calculator and you end up with this as your answer. While that's all well and good, I decided that we could go ahead and solve a question on our own. So this question reads, Lee invests $8,333 in a savings account with a fixed annual interest rate of 8% compounded semi-annually. What will the account balance be after 12 years? So again, we're going to start off A equals P, open parentheses, 1 plus R over N, close parentheses, to the NT power. A equals, we're looking for P, which is the initial value, and that's $8,333. Open the parentheses, 1 plus the rate, move the decimal over 2 times, now we have 0.08. Semi-annually means 2 times per year, so we're going to do 2, close the parentheses, take that 2, put it right back up top where it was, and we're going to be multiplying it by the number of years, which is 12 years, so 2 times 12. So you go ahead, plug all that into your calculator, and you're going to come out with an answer of $21,360.01. That's your answer, and this has been Compound Interest. Thank you for watching.